stop doing these things right now. These are telltale signs that you're a dirty vendor. And I'm not buying from you if I'm in line looking, and the general public should not be buying from you either. Because these 8 things I'm going to share with you, they show you do not care about your product, the product you're serving, or if you get anybody sick. This is Mike, the Caesar of concessions. Okay. I'm at an event and I buy my lunch or dinner, whatever, from other vendors, okay? I want to support the people that are out there working just like I am. And if I'm in line and I see any of these 8 things, I ain't buying from you. And honestly, neither should the public. So I'm going to share with you some 8 things that I look for when I am waiting to buy food. And am I going to get out of line, or am I going to wait to stay in your line to get your food? If you do any of these 8 things, please rectify them immediately. And if you're from the general public and you're not a vendor watching it, learn from these things and you'll know if this vendor is dirty or not. Okay, number 1, my biggest pet peeve is the top of someone's coolers. Look, if the top of your cooler, you know, that you keep your ice in, whatever, is dirty, oh no, I'm out. I'm not buying from you whatsoever. It's not happening. If you don't even care enough to clean the tops of your coolers, what else is behind the scenes? I mean, that's the easiest thing to do, is clean the top of your cooler. And if you can't do it, I'm sure you're not washing your lemons or your utensils or anything else. I'm not buying from you. So, guys, clean the tops of your coolers all the time during the event. Don't let them get nasty. Okay, next. Oh my God, this really grosses me out. But when I see that, I'm walking away. Look, I'm in line, and this is primarily with food trucks and hot dog carts and trailers. They have the condiments sitting out right by the window. If you have old, nasty ketchup, like on the outside of the condiments, and mustard, whatever, and you don't even care enough to bring that in and wipe it off on occasion, I'm out. I'm not buying from you, and nobody else should. That's something so small that you can do to keep your appearance looking great, and you don't do it, you don't care. You don't care. I don't care how busy you are. Grab the condiments, wipe them down, put them back out. I do it. You should be doing it too. You don't want to leave that out there looking like that. Okay. Now, this is probably the easiest one, and probably the one that the general public looks for, but I got like 5 other things that they should be looking for. Okay, your general appearance. Now, I'm not talking about you. I mean, if you're ugly like me, you can't help it. It's the way God made you, baby. I mean, your clothes, right? I mean, look, we all know we're out there when the events are hot, you're sweaty. Bring an extra shirt or 2. I mean, if you start sweating through that thing, that's not a good look. That doesn't mean really that you're dirty or whatever. I just think it's really important to keep that shirt looking as good as possible. Heck, if you have to wear an apron to cover up, and bring an extra apron or 2. So you have crap all over the apron, change it, okay? Do these things so you can keep your appearance looking as good as possible. And in your hands, guys, wash your hands repeatedly. You don't want to have dirty fingernails, dirty hands, and it's a bad look, and it's bad. Don't do it. Wash your hands a lot, because that's what the public is going to see. Okay. No inspection sign. Now, look, if you're not a vendor, you may not be aware of it, whatever. We get inspected probably most times before every event. That inspection letter or whatever should be out there. If you don't see it, ask for it. And if they can't produce it, that means they probably didn't pass an inspection at some point or haven't been inspected. And you want the health department to inspect these people to make sure they're following proper protocol to keep their area clean. If I don't see it, I'm going to ask for it when I'm in line. If everything else falls in line and I don't see the inspection sticker, I'm going to ask them, hey, where's your inspection note? Oh, we don't have one. We haven't been inspected yet. I'm probably out, honestly. I don't want to risk me getting sick or my family. We're working. We work a lot during this time of year. I can't afford to get sick, guys. So, yeah, no inspection letter or note or sticker. I'm out. Okay. I see this so many times, and people still don't get it. Improper use of gloves. If you have gloves on, okay, which is great, fantastic, perfect, you should be wearing gloves, and you're handling money, and then you're going to go make my food, man, I don't want some stripper dollar bill residue on my food or some kind of cocaine residue on my food. I'm out. If you don't know how to simply use gloves properly, done. And people are seeing this, you're losing sales. They're watching you handle money and then make food, forget about it. I know gloves cost. I know that's a cost we got to, have. And we're throwing those gloves away, right? We're handling money or we're touching things that aren't food related, like, I don't know, like boats or utensil, stuff like that. That's not going to be touching the food. Get rid of the gloves. Touch it. You're touching the food, put the gloves back on. Okay? I know it's going to cost you a penny. Do it, guys. Proper use of gloves is so, so important. Here's another one, and I see this a lot as well. No wrapped silverware. Are you freaking kidding me? We're outside an event, dust blowing around, different people are sneezing, whatever, and you have your silverware just sticking out like plastic silverware, not wrapped? Come on. Use wrapped silverware. Yeah, a little tad more expensive, but it's much safer and cleaner for your customers to use wrapped silverware. And going with this, we're going to continue with this thing. Straws. Oh my gosh, I can't tell you how many lemonade vendors or snow cone vendors will have like a box of straws sitting on the table, not wrapped, just the ones you just pick out and nope. Are you? That's horrible. Dust and other allergens and stuff is floating around in the air and it's getting down in there. You don't know who's walking by coughing, and you got open straws right there. Wrapped straws and wrapped silverware are so important. And if you're in line to buy something and you're not willing to spend the extra penny on wrapped or 2 pennies on wrapped silverware or wrapped straws, get out of line. If they are so cheap that they won't do that, who knows what they're cheating on the back end, right? These are all things that you can see that will give you clues to what's going on in the back end of what's happening. Okay, here's another big pet peeve of mine. This doesn't mean they're dirty, okay? But it means that they don't care about the product they're producing, which means if they don't care about this, they don't care about the product, I'm out. Handmade signs that are misspelled or written with horrible handwriting. Oh my God, that aggravates me to no end. I have horrible handwriting. I look like a serial killer when I write up a menu. So therefore, I don't write it. And if they're misspelling words or their handwriting is, can't even print off a sign for like 50 cents from the library or their own printer, and they're handwriting it. And another thing, if their handmade sign is dirty, like they've used it multiple times and they don't even make up a new one, they're cheap and they're probably not going to serve a quality product. I mean, you can just walk by. You have to look at the other things and see that. These are 8 things that the Caesar of concessions will bypass your tent, and I will never buy from you if I see any of these 8 things or a combination of. And if you are doing them, stop. Please, take my advice and rectify these things. And this could be why you are losing sales, because you're doing these types of things. This is Mike, the Caesar of concessions, out.